Fans of the Horus Heresy, thank you very much for joining me for a special Out of the Pack review. And today we have in front of us none other than the Legion Primus Medicae in Cataphractic Terminator armour, limited edition model. So this is a figure that's been on sale today only, and it's been available to purchase at Games Workshop stores and Warhammer World only. So yeah, it's one of these very limited run and limited accessibility models again, and a new model and a figure we've not seen before, a Primus Medicae. So yeah, let's have a look at this guy. So it comes in one of the normal style character blisters. Let's have a quick look. So we've got the torso base, some parts. Yeah. Let's have a look. So I picked this up at my local Games Workshop today, which happens to be in the city of Leeds, and it was quite interesting because there was only how many did they have on display? I think they only had about 15 on sale. Last time I went in and they had a limited edition on, they had must have been 50 or 60 on sale. They had like a whole half a wall of things, but this time they seem to have sold a much smaller number. Yeah, but let's have a look at this guy, because I did a video a few days back, just sort of previewing the sale. So I'm interested to see what this guy looks like. And here we have his torso. So yeah, wow, look at that! What an interesting mix: Cataphractic Terminator armor with a medic's apron. So he's unhelmeted. Yeah, he's got this great. I love the design of this respirator. He's got this targeting equipment here. He's got the wings of the Imperial Eagle wings, but it's kind of been stylized along with a version of the snakes, the staff of Apollo with the snakes winding around it. Even today, the classic symbol of a medic, doctor or paramedic. Let's get a look at some of the rear. So he's got, these are nice. He's got some blood bags, hasn't he? Even Astartes need extra blood. Obviously you have to wonder what sort of wounds would require an Astartes to require a blood transfusion. And he's got lots. Actually, this is quite neat, isn't it? And this looks like some sort of pump device with a syringe on it as well. Yeah, that's rather neat, that. And then I think these are supposed to be vials. That's what it's painted on the pack, and that's connecting through to that. So I'm not quite sure what this is. Is this some sort of pump as well? Maybe a filtration device. Let's have a look at what else is in the pack. Classic 40mm base. I'm just going to drop the camera down a little bit. Okay, so here we have the arm sprue. So this arm, I believe, is carrying the needle pistol, and this particular character is armed with a master-crafted needle pistol, and that's nice. And I think there's some design cues here from the original Rogue Trader book. When I do the actual model and rules review, I'll get hold of the image from the original Rogue Trader book, and we'll just see if that's where this needle pistol is getting its design cues from. It might be something new. And there's the Narthesium arm as well. All looks nicely cast so far. And then we've got a little packet of parts here. So we've got these two guys. Let me got a little bit of reflection there. Let's just quickly get these out. We've got two normal Cataphractic shoulder pads. There we go. And that's bearing some sort of medic device again. This time a skull combined with the snakes of Apollo and an Imperial Eagle. These look like standard design Cataphractic pads, so if you had Legion specific ones, you could certainly add those to the mix of this model, which you may want to do given its exclusivity. And there's another one, and we have the saw attachment to the narthecium. Handy for those desperate amputations where required. And I don't know what these guys are. I'll have to figure those out. I wonder if there's these attached somewhere onto this model. Ah, okay. So these attach onto the backpack. I'm not sure which way up. What those are? More pumps or something? Intriguing. Let's have a look on the instructions. What does it say? Or component list. Infusion pumps. Oh, there you go. Yeah, we're right. I was right. Yeah, part 7. Infusion pumps. So a few parts there. Yeah, this is £25 this model, so it's not cheap. I mean, previous limited edition models have been, how much have they charged? It's been £20. I mean, looking at this, I mean, the part count's higher. The part count does look fairly high. So I'm not sure if I don't know. Is it justified? Well, I guess the exclusivity of these things, if you were buying to collect and retain, whoops, come back at you. If you're buying to keep as a collector's item, I don't think you would lose out. Yeah, a mate of mine, actually, in the video I was speculating as to what paint scheme this was. A mate of mine spotted it, of course. He's a World Eater, and makes quite a lot of sense in a World Eater's force having a Primus Medicae. So yeah, there you go. Looks nice. Part quality there is top notch, no issues at all. I mean, these are blisters and I had a load to look through in the store, so I did pick one that was well cast. A couple of watch outs for you. These parts here, you can see there's a little bit of a teensy mould slip there. Some of the ones I looked at had much bigger mould slips. And also around here, this side. And you've got to be careful because it runs, the mould is obviously running across this rivet. So you want to get a good example. And same again here. And here, there's a few air bubbles to fill. But some of those looked quite difficult to clean up running across those studs. So that's just a watch out. And then on this guy, I saw a couple which had a big mould slip running down the back of its leg. I don't know why. Bit of an odd one there. Yeah, pretty. I like the look of him. He's interesting and an unusual model. An unusual model indeed. Right, I'm going to finish this review on a slightly different note to normal. I very nearly delayed shooting this as promised. I was feeling pretty deflated today after hearing the news of the very sad news of the death of Carrie Fisher this morning. Authors, artists and actors all make their mark on us, and her portrayal of Leia in the Star Wars films was one of the greatest ever, not just in science fiction, but wider pop culture as well. Clearly her career was much wider and more diverse than these famous films, but I'll never forget how I was wowed upon first seeing Star Wars age 7, and saw the same wonder again in my children a generation later. Rest in peace, Carrie Fisher. Farewell, Princess of the Stars.